Hi guys, it's me Erica, and I'll be teaching you how to make this cute bunny plush that Nico from Kiznaiver wears around her neck during the show. Kiznaiver has probably been one of my favorites this season on top of my other favorites, but this one probably takes the cake because of its interesting storyline and very catchy theme song. And this plush is great to make if you are just starting out learning how to sew, which I was also doing during this video, so let us get started. So the supplies you'll need for this are felt in the colors light pink, hot pink, and black, and the number of felt you will need depends on how big you decide to make it, but for my size I decided to use 4 light pinks, 2 hot pinks, and 1 black, polyfill fiber, a pencil, scissors, hot glue, needle, and thread to match the felt, and white paint. So first, using your light pink, draw the body of the bunny. Also, fold the felt in half so you can cut out the 2 sheets immediately for the front and back. I'll leave the reference pictures below so that you'll be able to draw it. And if this helps at all, it kind of looks like the bubble font A that you might use on your computer or projects, and if that helps, good. Then after that, cut out the body. Do the same for all the other parts and use the light pink for the arms and ears, hot pink for the bow and heart, and black for the eyes and mouth. Once everything is drawn and cut, it should look like this, and from this point you have 3 options, which are hot glue, hand sewing, or using a sewing machine. And I'll be explaining the pros and cons of each one. So starting out for hot glue is probably the easiest method to use, especially if you don't want to go through all that trouble of actually sewing. The only con is you really don't know how to sew after it, but I will leave a link down below of people who've used it, because a lot of DIYers on YouTube actually use this method because they don't want to actually sew. And the next method is hand sewing, which I actually used a lot in this video and are going to be in the clips next that come up next. And the pros of hand sewing is it's easy to control, but it's really time consuming, and you also have to be very precise in trying to make them all equal, because if they're not, it turns out not looking that well. So the next and final one is using a sewing machine. If you have a sewing machine handy, which I did from my grandma, it is a good way to actually learn how to use it because it is a faster way and it's so much neater because it is a program thing. The only problem I had with it was that it's easy to use in a straight line, but once it got to the curves, I really had a difficult time with it, so I stopped using it after 1 year and resulted in hand sewing. And now that you know all the methods, you can decide which one you will be doing, but I'll be showing the hand sewing methods in the next clips. So using the hand sewing method, take your piece and flip it to the side you don't want to see, because we'll flip that inside out so the stitches won't be seen at the end. The stitch I used for everything was a back stitch, which is kind of like threading the needle back and forth throughout. However, I really don't know how to explain it that well because I was just learning this too, but I will link down a video in the description where you can actually learn it, and I learned it from that video too. Also, when threading, use a color similar to your felt that you're using because it does show through. It won't look really awkward when it happens. Once you're finished sewing to the point and where you can still flip it, tie off the string in a knot, and I had my sister do that for me because I'm not really good at it. After that, flip it inside out and sew the rest of the items. Once everything is sewn and flipped, it is time to do the most fun part, which is actually stuffing the thing with the polyfiber. For the hard to reach places such as the corners of the ears, use a pencil to push the polyfiber in. After stuff, close off the ends with a back stitch and start attaching everything to the body with using a back stitch also, or any stitch that you know how to do. With a hot glue, attach the eyes and mouth, and with white paint, add the eye shines on the eye. Then after that, you're done and now can have a small little buddy to hang out with you when you're hanging out with your friends that share all your problems. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, I'm really awkward, but yes. This is a really cute project to do if you're just learning how to sew, because after this I know how to do a little better, but yes, it is a fun project to do anyways. And if you try the DIY or the many featured on this channel, be sure to use the hashtag ILADIYs on Instagram, Twitter, or Tumblr. Thank you so much, you guys, and see you next time.